इस वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ एक डिसीजन मेकिंग सेट सॉल्व करने वाला हूं, जिसके थ्रू आपको मेरा हु व्हाट व्हाई का फ्रेमवर्क समझ में आ जाएगा, जो मैं यूज करता हूं टू कंसोलिडेट एंड समराइज अ डिसीजन मेकिंग सेट, जिससे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना थोड़ा इजी हो जाता है। ऑब्वियसली एक पर्टिकुलर वीडियो में मैं सारे फ्रेमवर्क्स और सारे डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रिंसिपल्स कवर नहीं कर सकता, उसके लिए मैंने एक कोर्स भी बनाया है। इनफैक्ट ये जो वीडियो है दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द वीडियोज फ्रॉम माई कोर्स, जिसमें ऐसे 40+ प्रीवियस ईयर के डिसीजन मेकिंग सेट्स मैंने खुद सॉल्व किए हैं अपने फ्रेमवर्क्स एंड प्रिंसिपल्स यूज करके। सो इस कोर्स को डेफिनेटली आप अभी भी परचेज कर सकते हो। अगर आप 10 to 15 आवर्स दे सकते हो, 10 आवर्स भी दे सकते हो अगर इस पर्टिकुलर कोर्स में बिफोर योर दैट एग्जाम, यू विल बी एबल टू एब्सोल्युटली मास्टर दिस सेक्शन। एंड काफी अफोर्डेबल भी रखने का मैंने ट्राई किया है, 499 प्लस टैक्सेस इफ यू यूज द कूपन कोड। बट ऑब्वियसली अगर आप ये पर्टिकुलर कोर्स नहीं परचेज करना चाहते, देन मैं आपको सजेस्ट करूंगा कि आप ये पर्टिकुलर वीडियो देखना। एटलीस्ट आपको बेसिक ऑफ माई फ्रेमवर्क हु व्हाट व्हाई कैसे यूज किया जाता है वो समझ में आ जाएगा, एंड उसको जाके इंप्लीमेंट करना इन सॉल्विंग द प्रीवियस ईयर डिसीजन मेकिंग सेट्स। एटलीस्ट 30-35 सेट्स आपको सॉल्व करने हैं प्रीवियस ईयर से। एंड वंस यू यूज दैट फ्रेमवर्क, इट अगर आप अभी इंट्यूटिवली सॉल्व करते हो, यू विल सी कि आप लॉजिकली अप्रोच करने लग जाओगे उस सेट को, एंड डेफिनेटली इट विल एड सम मेथड टू योर मैडनेस, एंड आप डेफिनेटली अपनी मार्क्स भी इंप्रूव कर पाओगे। सो अगर आप कोर्स नहीं परचेज करते हो, यू कैन सेल्फ लर्न एज वेल। इस पर्टिकुलर को देखना, ट्राई करना समझने का कि क्या पर्टिकुलर फ्रेमवर्क कैसे यूज हो रहा है, किस कॉलम में क्या प्लेस किया जा रहा है, एंड उसको इंप्लीमेंट करना प्रीवियस ईयर डिसीजन मेकिंग सेट्स में। एंड जो ये कोर्स परचेज करना चाहते हैं उनके लिए बता देता हूँ, इस पर्टिकुलर कोर्स में एक थ्योरी का मॉड्यूल रहेगा, जिसमें मैं सारे फ्रेमवर्क्स, प्रिंसिपल्स, टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन ये सब डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ। वो आप 2 आवर्स में मैक्सिमम कवर कर सकते हो। उसके बाद 8 प्रैक्टिस मॉड्यूल्स है इस पर्टिकुलर कोर्स में, जहां प्लस 40+ प्रीवियस ईयर के डिसीजन मेकिंग सेट्स कवर्ड है, जो मैंने सब खुद सॉल्व किए हैं यूजिंग माई फ्रेमवर्क्स, माई प्रिंसिपल्स। एंड उसमें से 5-6 प्रॉब्लम यू शुड डेफिनेटली सी माई सोल्यूशन, सो दैट आपको अच्छे से एब्जॉर्ब हो जाए कि वो फ्रेमवर्क कैसे यूज किया जाता है, प्रिंसिपल्स कैसे यूज किए जाते हैं। उसके बाद आप खुद सॉल्व कर सकते हो बाकी प्रॉब्लम्स, बाकी प्रैक्टिस प्रॉब्लम्स, एंड जिसमें भी कंफ्यूजन हो या डिफिकल्ट लगे आपको, उसके लिए आप मेरा सोल्यूशन देख सकते हो। सो आई होप आप बहुत अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करोगे फॉर ज़ैट। एंड याद रखना, अगर आप कोर्स परचेज करते हो तो ज़ैट 1000 ये कूपन कोड आपको यूज करना है, सो दैट आपको ये कोर्स 499 प्लस टैक्सेस में मिल जाए। एंड विद दैट लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द केस. If you have not read this case, just pause the video and read this particular case, and then we will go to the questions. So coming to the questions, while considering GNP's offer, Rakesh pondered over the following facts. A recent government policy made poor performance punishable by this. Okay, which of the following combination will best help Rakesh decide on joining GNP? Okay, so now the question is basically, if you write the what of this, it is that Rakesh is saying, Rakesh's argument can be, I want to join GNP, right? Now you have to prove all the facts that basically makes him join GNP. I want to join GNP. Who is Rakesh and what is I want to join GNP? Why is what you have to understand, okay? But just let us understand over here. There were a couple of reasons, right, in this particular case, why he was happy with his previous company and why he was not happy, right? We will just write those factors. He was happy with the job security, right? Job security was good. There was work life balance, which was good. Maybe we need to use these things across questions. Attracted concerning job security, work life balance. He found his work monotonous. Okay, work monotonous, which is not good for him. Work monotonous, which is not good for him. And also there is growth, no growth opportunity, which he wants. And the proximity to Dhanbad. Okay, this was good for him. Proximity to Dhanbad was good for him. Another thing. Okay, so these are the things that was good and these are the things that was bad. So let's see now, come to the questions. A recent government policy made poor performance punishable by salary reduction or dismissal. Okay, salary reduction or dismissal, which is the first assignment is a bridge construction. So we'll do that only thing. We'll do what are the things that will make him join a job. What are the statements we don't understand? What are the statements we do understand? Recent government policy made poor performance punishable. Is this something which will make him consider this particular company? It's the same, right? Government policy, it's not for government companies. Remember, if you are getting confused here, it's a government policy which probably can be applicable for all companies, right? So whether he's in the previous company or in this company, it's the same thing for him, so it does not affect his decision. The first assignment is a bridge construction project in a village near Dhanbad. Makes a lot of sense. This was one of the criteria for him, right? Proximity to Dhanbad. So we will do this as positive. Yes, probably it will make him consider. With his current saving, Rakesh need not depend on regular income for at least 6 months. Rakesh need not depend on regular income for at least 6 months. Okay, he does not need to depend on income, but he has to work somewhere, right? Whether GNP or this, so it's like kind of, it does not mean anything, does not help him in any way. Though an exemplary performer, Rakesh has hardly been recognized as SPCIL. Yes, makes a lot of sense. It is like he's having no growth, so all the more reason for him to switch. But whether it's a reason to join SPCIL, sorry, GNP, maybe yes, because he might consider that he's not being recognized at SPCIL. Based on the annual performance review at GNP, Rakesh will either earn double the salary or get fired. Based on the annual performance review at GNP, Rakesh will either earn double the salary or get fired. Okay, will best help decide on joining GNP. Is it a good thing for him? Earning double salary is kind of good, but like getting fired is also like he does not have job security there, right? So five is probably neutral. Can be good, can be bad. I don't know. One and three are definitely not there. This is out. This is out. This is out. This is out. I think I'm only left with one option. Two, four, five. I think this is done. One and three. Let's just look at three once. Rakesh need not depend on regular job for at least 6 months with his current savings. Okay, but he needs to work somewhere, and this is like does not mean anything in the context of the passage. And the first one is definitely out, so this goes out. Yeah, I think there's just one option left. I think this framework really makes it easy, I believe, because honestly, five I am not sure how is that a good option, but the answer one and three can definitely not be the answer that I'm sure about, and all the options have either one or three. So B. Okay, while mulling over the offer, Rakesh consulted his trusted senior at this, who had friends in disclosed that it preferred government employees for its projects in this. Once the project is completed, GNP may not need your skills. Which of the following best to decide on the offer? Okay, to decide on the offer. So, what does he want to do? Whether to join or not, but the condition is that what is the argument that he is now facing, or what is the issue that he's facing? That after this project, probably after this project he will be fired. Okay, after this project, fired. Okay, after this project he will be fired. And why will that happen? Because they need it for just one project, may not need your skills. Don't need your skills, right? Just a second. Don't need your skills is what he will face, right? Let's see. Stopped both of his sons from taking up private sector jobs, given his loyalty to the government. Okay, he's loyal to the government, but that does not have to do anything with his advice for this particular person, right? For Rakesh. So this is definitely not there. Senior level employees at GNP who began their career in similar projects are now conformed to their desk at the head office for almost a decade. This makes a lot of sense. Exactly the thing that he said, that after this project he will be fired, but people who had started on a similar project have been there in the company for almost a decade, and their skills are still valued. Okay, their skills are still valued after a decade. Probably this is the right answer only, I found out, because this is exactly countering what and why both. Very, very good answer. As GNP also planned to enter two southern states, it has decided to recruit people from those states. Okay, but it can go against him, right? It might be true that okay, they want more people from southern states, but it's also like very not anything to do with this context. During the interview quiz, if Rakesh would sustain his relationship with his former colleagues at this. Okay, that is nothing to do with whether his skills are valued or not over long term, right? Would sustain his relationship. Even if he does, uh, how is it important? Maybe he was saying that the skills are not valued, may not need your skills once the project is completed. So they need that kind of interaction with the government employees. Maybe whatever, even if this option is like, even if we consider this option, it will basically tell Rakesh that what the other person was saying is actually right. So he might decide against the offer if this is even true, right? So this is not done. So social media discovered that contact who had left SPCL to join GNP is no longer with GNP. Okay, okay, this can happen. Like this is one of the cases that one of the employee is not there. So he might decide against the offer, but the thing is that he can leave this particular job for many other reasons, right? He can leave this particular job for many other reasons. Need not be because his skills were not respected. Okay, you have to prove that his skills are not respected. That is not given over here, that he was fired or anything of that sort. He might have left for better opportunities as well. So this is not there, this is the option. Rakesh in his current job came across incidences of bribing by private sector officials. He wondered if he might have to bribe government officials while at ZIP. He reflected on his interview with GNP. Most of the following above statement is in the most appropriate descending order of bribing undertones. Okay, now we want whichever is more bribing will be towards the left. Okay, more more bribing undertone means we will put it over here. Okay, now let's see which one means is they are looking their employees to bribe. The interviews were puzzled how Rakesh could manage his EMIs with his current income. Were puzzled how Rakesh could manage his EMIs with his current income. Probably. Maybe they think that he should be taking bribes or he should be giving bribes because the other government officials, they are used to giving the other government officials bribe, but he does not know how Rakesh manages with his income. Maybe, but yeah, maybe positive only. I'll just put it at the positive for now. One interviewer was constantly probing how Rakesh to manage his project deadlines with little cooperation from his subordinates. With little cooperation from his subordinates. Okay, so it's about cooperation from his subordinates. You need not bribe your subordinates, right? And it's about meeting project deadlines, not about completing the project or anything of that sort. If it was about how he completes how he gets the project with little cooperation from his subordinates, then maybe we would have thought about okay, maybe they are insinuating that probably Rakesh takes the project through bribing, but it's about meeting project deadlines. He cannot meet project deadlines by giving bribes, right? He has to complete the project through his subordinates. So it's just a general HR question, how he does that happen, how he makes his subordinates work or something of that sort. Maybe negative. What would you do if your project has a fortnight's deadline and it takes a month to obtain a permit? Talking about how would you take a particular permit if it takes a long time to a clear indication of you give bribe to take permit. Do you give bribe to take permit? Very, very much possible. It's a bribing undertone. A question that intrigued Akash was, should a pack of dacoits share their loot with one of their gang who had killed a bystander against their motto, thou shall not kill? Okay, is there a hidden reference here? Should a pack of dacoits share their loot with one of their gang members? Okay, there's a dacoit, there's a gang who had killed a bystander. This dacoit killed with one of their gang. This is a gang who killed a bystander against their motto, thou shall not kill. Should he share the loot with them? I don't know. Like this is a very random statement and seems like a hypothetical HR question that you ask in a HR round. Okay. So I don't think, but I'll just put it under neutral or maybe negative only. This has absolutely nothing to do with it. So 1-3 descending order of bribing undertone. So 1-3 has to come before this one. It does become before 3-1. Okay, this is there. This is there. 4-1-3. This is out. This is out. This is out. Where 4 comes in the first two. 1-3. Let's see now. 1-3-3-1. Okay, 3-1-1-3. 1-3-2-4. 1 was the interview is puzzled. 3 is a definite. 3 comes before 1 because it is clearly saying how do you obtain a permit. This is for sure. So 3-1 looks a better option, but 2 and 4, between 2 and 4. One interviewer is like this, meet the project deadlines. Okay. And fourth was something I did not understand. 1-3. 1-3-2-4. Okay, this is 1 before 3. So 2 and 4 I have to decide. 2 and 4 I don't. Okay, I have to decide between 1 and 3 only. Very difficult question when the choice is so limited. Okay, you have to now decide between two options only. But the idea is that third is clearly how do you obtain a permit, right? This is can be a thing about curiosity as well still. 3 I think is very, very positive. So C.